The Colts are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of night now. I'm two on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a. Ooh, I'm up right now. First 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh,
The Rams are now on the clock.
and we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to booth of it.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
To throw is Walker on 1st and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about it. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Green 39! Green 39!
Walker on 3rd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback, 32 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
To the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Set! Green 39!
Here's Walker. Throwing again. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation in there. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his butt?
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced. They've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time they
should have used.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDaniel. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to float this one deep, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football. Drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Meanwhile, wind up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
They got 29 yards that time.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion. Football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to throw. Walker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, get him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Walker on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. See the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands? Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
To throw is Walker. To throw again. That's complete right around the 80. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. Been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Walker now to throw on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback.
Walker off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. This one complete right side to McDonald. A nice pickup on first down, 7 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess we'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Walker. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the...
And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Walker throwing on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Off the bootleg. Walker rolling to his right on the crossing route. Complete. That's McDaniel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15.
He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Here's Walker on 1st and 10. Got his man. That's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
because you have to celebrating the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw is Walker. Looking to throw on second down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Back to throw. Walker throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The reception good for 7.
Running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Walker from the gun on third down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Man open left side is Brown. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
All right, here we go.
Now Walker throwing on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Walker. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz.